Okay, to transform Sludge into his robot mode, let's start here with these feet here, because this part's a little difficult. So obviously it needs to rotate around 180 and fold in. I'm not sure why they did that. I don't know why they didn't just make it so it just folds in. But the way you need to carefully do it, because if you try to grab from the top, you might pop this off and maybe even break it because of the thin plastic. So you want to grab it like from the base and then rotate it around 180 very carefully, like so. And then you want to close this up, but you could see those little claws or toes. You want to make sure that they're open so that you have that space to bring it down here over that hinge, cylindrical hinge here. And then you do want to rotate this so it lines up to this shape here, but there's also a tab that goes into the slot, so make sure you find the tab, line it up, tab it in, and make sure you give it a good squeeze. Always with Magic Square, give it a good squeeze. And then do the same on this side. So I'll just show you again. You lift this up and you don't rotate. You see it's bending as I'm rotating here. That's why you need to grab from the base. So that's the appropriate way to manipulate this part here. And then we can close this down. I didn't close the toes because I'm just gonna let them close a little bit. Make sure it's opened a little bit so it goes around that little hinge there, and then close it and line it up here, and then just look for that tab in the slot, line it up, tab it in, give it a good squeeze like so. And then we can start opening this up. So you see the mushroom tabs here, and this top came off. Not good tolerance. So you see the mushroom side is the side that you want to pull up. So I'm pulling on this side. Don't pull up on this side. Pull up on the side that has the mushroom tab. And then we can start separating the rest here, the tail, and then up top you could lift up his little yellow pieces that form his feet. And then we can slowly start to pull a little bit more. But this is now where you want to open up his wings here, because you see the mushroom tab. So yeah, you want to pull that. And this part, I'm just letting you know, it does, you see this, it does hinge a little bit. And that's just to make it a little bit easier to get the clearance over this leg. So you see, but it's still not like perfect clearance, but just letting you know, just it's not as simple as pull it down. You just want to pull it and then kind of rotate it down like so. And then this part's already coming undone, so we can pull that one down, pull the other side down, and now we could split this legs in half. And this part also, there isn't really good clearance here to try to get that panel on the inner part of the leg. But you know, because of the type of plastic, you can easily just open that up. Once you do, then obviously you rotate this all around like so to bring out the leg. And then we need to close all these panels up. So first, there's a little panel piece here you want to bring out to form the whole shape here. And then the tail, bring it down. And then the little tail, you want to just accordion this in like so, and then fold that part up. And then his foot here, let's see, you want to bring down his foot and then rotate this piece down here, and then we're going to rotate it around 180, and then also rotate his foot here 180. So a lot of rotations. You see it again when I do the other side. But once you got all of that, then his leg here, does need to push in, so you could see it goes in, and it does that by this little hinge, so it just goes in. But it's kind of hard to know where to stop because it doesn't really lock. So the best way to do it is just kind of close this, and then you can kind of squeeze these together because that's going to hit. And then you could bring down his back here, and then you're going to have to line up all these mushroom tabs here together. So you need to find the tabs. Here's the mushroom tab, line it up. Like I said, you need to squeeze this in. So if you have this side, this wall kind of stops this from pushing too much in. So close this, and then you can squeeze this together. And then we can rotate his foot up here. It's on a ball joint. It's actually a double hinge. But all of that just to get the foot or the leg, and then we could rotate it around 180. So go ahead, do the same on this side. I'll show you. So here you want to open up this panel piece here, which now it's easier after you get one side done because now you have the clearance. Once you do, then just lift up that panel to form the whole shape here, and then we can rotate this leg out like so. And then out here, now we need to clean all this up, bring down his foot, rotate this down, and then rotate it around 180. And also the toe needs to be rotated around 180. And then up here, like I was telling you, this part does need to go in. Well, first let's get this tail folded in, and then it folds in one more time down here. And like I was saying here, you don't have like a stop area, so what helps you to stop is if you close this piece and then close it and squeeze it together. That helps you to get those two together. And then we can line up these mushroom tab pieces, and then we can then rotate his foot up and then rotate at the knee joint 180 like so. And then we could rotate this whole thing around 180 from the hips. And now we can come up to finish the rest of this. Oh man, it's a lot of work here. Okay, so let's get all these things out. Let's get his arms out, and first fold in his toes here together, and then just fold this in. And this is where I was telling you, the lower legs, I don't know why they didn't do the same thing, because you remember you have to rotate this around and you have to rotate it from the base, otherwise you might break it or pop it off. But I don't know why they didn't just design it this way, just like they did with New Age. But anyways, that's how you get that done. And then let's get his head here. Well, first let's put this head piece back on here. Get that up there, and then we can collapse this. You see the hinge opens up, and then there is a hinge here that just helps this to accordion in like so. That's kind of cool how they made it so you can collapse this to be smaller. And then you could see these are his robot arms. These are the Dino arms, so they need to rotate in. But first you need to open these panels up. So lift up this top piece, tabs in the mushroom tab, which is actually hard to get in there, easy to get out, but the tolerance on the tabbing system is very difficult and frustrating. Once you do that, then you could pull this whole back piece out, and now you could see this will open up. You can now straighten out his arms here and his chest piece. We could bring it out and open up these panel pieces. Now you see you have the front, the two sides, the top, and the back. So now this piece, this is, oh man. So first of all, you could see it is on a hinge, and it's not very thick, and the plastic, so you want to just be careful with this. And this is where you need to kind of utilize that butterfly joint to get some extra clearance. Make sure this arm's out. And now here, you need to grab like right at that pin and then rotate it around 180. I'm telling you, this is the safe way to do it, because if you just try rotating it up here or something, I'm telling you, you might actually pop this piece off. So this is the proper way to get that done. And then let's do it again on this side. So let's lift his arm up, use that butterfly joint to get this up. Lift this up, make sure this arm's out, and then, like I said, grab at that pin, and then rotate this gray piece around 180. Okay, once we got all that done, now we could fold these arms down, fold in the butterfly joint, the arms here, and then we could start collapsing this up, and you could kind of see how this looks. Now, these dino arms on the inside, they need to be facing the back, so just make sure you kind of get that all straightened out like so. And then here we can yeah, this gets really finicky, but you could see the tab and the slot. You need to line them up, tab it in, and give it a good squeeze. Always magic square, give it a good squeeze. And then we have the chest and the two sides connected. And now you could see these arms need to go down. They need to go on the side of this back bar here. Bring this up. And there is also, you could see there is a little tab there, the gray. And there is a little slot there. It's a mushroom tab, so you just line it up. See, the tolerance here is good. It just easily went in. But here, well, this one's a little bit easier. But when you're transforming into the Dino mode, it's a little harder. So, but just pointing out, you're going to have some difficulty tabbing those in. So once you do, make sure it's all nice and flush. And then the last step, the easiest step, is just lift up his toes here and bring down his arm here and bring out his hand and close it up. And do the same on this side, like so. Close that up. And now we have, and then we could just adjust this accordingly, however way you want to get them nicely posed. This is actually a nice figure. It's just, there's a lot of steps to get here, and however you want to articulate this. And now the last thing, if you want, you can give him his gun, which I was telling you, it's cool. You have that cavity that goes right around the toe there. Really nice touch. But hold the hand. Maybe it'll be a little easier to put the tab in his hand, like so. And now we have Sludge in his robot mode.